there. My name is Rob Carlmark, and I'm a meteorologist here at ABC 10 in Northern California. Now, we focus TV-wise roughly in this area right here, but we'll talk a little bit more broadly speaking about a bunch of different things going on in the West because, as you've probably heard by now, this has been a year for the books. So going forward here, we've got likely cooler conditions all the way until the middle of March. And then the other question is it going to keep raining and snowing like it has? And more likely than not, we're looking at wetter than normal conditions. By how much, that remains to be determined. Plus, this is not set in stone as if it's going to be cold the whole time and wet the whole time. No, there are breaks, including one today where it's actually going to be decently warm, warmer than it's been. But we do have plenty of storms on the way. And this is a concern because what we have is major impacts. We've got thousands of people without power for good chunks of the Sierra, and still thousands of people without power in the San Bernardino County Mountains. Edison customers that are still waiting for their power to come back. So this is a tough situation because you lose your ability to get around, you don't have power, and then it's all about resupplying, whether it's propane or wood or food or medicine. There's a bunch of things. Everybody's situation is different and individual, but with this much weather coming in, the narrow gap to get things done, we're going to run out of time to do some of those things by the time we get to the afternoon tomorrow. Now, let's just take a breath here and focus on some of the positive. If you go back to the very beginning of our rainy season, we were in bad shape. We had huge areas at top-level drought, the southern area of the San Joaquin Valley. We had most of the rest of the middle of the state in something called extreme drought, which is a 4 out of 5. Fast forward to yesterday, and this is what we have. Essentially, 50% of the state is drought-free or something called abnormally dry, which is this yellow area. That might go away, by the way, Thursday next week. So we're seeing some benefits. Couple spots could use a little bit of extra moisture, and that's going to be far northern California, basically the watershed for Trinity Lake, also for Lake Shasta. Could use a little bit more. There's plenty of snowpack, but again, just to get to average and above, that's what we'd need. Guess what's coming? More rain and more snow. Now, locally in the big mountain backyard, so this is most valley spots in and around Northern California today, what we're looking at are highs close to 60 degrees, a little bit of a breeze. This is actually a pretty good day. A lot of people are going to be out and about. I love that it's on a Friday, but then you see the clouds hour by hour. Once the sun goes down, the clouds usually tell you the story that something's up. This is just straight up backyard weather. Hey, what are those clouds doing? It's getting really gray. Is it going to rain? Yes, it will. Now, what time does it rain? That really is a little bit debatable. I think roughly it's going to happen right around noon for many spots. So Saturday activities, if you got it going on in the very beginning of the day, early on Saturday morning in Northern California, I think you're in good shape. And then it's going to push on through. This is essentially a line of rain that moves through. Heavy rain for a couple hours, and then it pushes through. But then watch what happens. Once it hits the mountains, it's going to snow hard. It's also going to be coming down snow level-wise down to that 2,000-foot range, if not a little bit lower, and another round of wet weather right in the middle of the night. Then it will be spotty on Sunday for rain in the valley, but it's very consistent up high, which means we're going to have another one of these weekend storms, of course. Lowest snow right around 1,000 to 2,000 feet, but anywhere between 1,000 and 4,000 feet is this zone that's already been heavily impacted by roads that are basically impassable due to snow, power outages, just a whole bunch of other issues. The weight of the snow on roofs is collapsing porches and other things. So this is something that does not need additional snow, but more is coming. Above 4,000 feet, we're running into an issue where there's no place to put the snow. Legitimate, not an exaggeration, there is no place to put the snow, or what blows the snow can't even get to the top. With that said, we have active rescues yesterday. I think it's very likely we're going to see some today with the CHP helicopter otherwise. And then after that, it's going to have to be land-based rescues because this is what's coming our way over the next 2 days. Over the mountain passes, 3 to 4 feet. Below that, it's going to be a couple feet of snow. And this is all very impactful. Again, on a weekend, people are trying to do things, but you know what? We're going to be stuck basically trying to just get through this next stormy cycle. And I think we're going to see things slow down by about Tuesday. A lot of debate online about what's going to happen end of next week. Is it a warm storm? Is it a rain on snow event? Is it another round of atmospheric rivers? I'll just pump the brakes on this for a second. I would say, broadly speaking, what I showed you right off the top is yes, we're going to be in an active storm cycle for the foreseeable future, but at least I can show you some breaks. And it's very debatable if we are at all going to get rain on snow. Focus on the near term. Serious conditions this weekend in Northern California for rain and snow. and then you could start to see things extend well after that. If anything, I do see Southern California getting a bit of a break with the stormy pattern, but Northern California, you're right in the heart of this for a long time.